Hi, and welcome to Origin of Concepts. This episode belongs to my Hollywood symbolism series. And today we're going to talk about the pyramid eye gesture up here, which is a part of Hollywoodism. And I categorize this gesture under the Hollywood theme because of its widespread popularity in the entertainment industry, because it's basically not used outside it. So I put it in the Hollywood category. Even although it doesn't even belong to the, what can I say, the original Hollywoodism, symbolism with the Jewish background. But I'll bring it here anyway. The most important is that you get to know what it means and why they are doing this gesture. Oh, sorry. The hand sign forming a pyramid or triangle in front of the eye is rooted in the 18th century Eye of God, or Eye of God symbolism, often referred to as the Eye of Providence or all-seeing eye. It originates from a combination of Christianity, Renaissance, and Masonic symbolism, and the Christians was the first to use it. So keep that in mind. Conspiracies link the pyramid eye gesture to the Illuminati because the symbol has gained popularity among actors and singers in the Hollywood industry. But there's no reason to, or for any conspiracies or conspiracy theories, because most of the hand gestures used in the entertainment business is a part of Hollywoodism, as a symbol of sending divine spirit to the observer. So when you see this gesture, it's the person making it, is sending your good spirit. So, but I'll explain. And the pyramid eye gesture used in Hollywood is an overall Christian gesture. And it's, I think, Beyonce must be the most famous using this symbol. And she is, of course, a Christian. Okay, Hollywoodism originated in the old Hollywood before World War II. In those times where Hollywood was great. The spirit in Hollywood were great. After World War II, it got political. So that's not so great. And now it's just a big, dirty money machine trying to get your attention. But, Hollywoodism is not a bad thing. It's actually a very good thing, because it's all about enlightenment and, obtain wisdom, and be good to other people and stuff like that. You can go see my Hollywood introduction video to learn more about that. Hollywoodism symbols primarily made with inspiration from the ancient Greek and Roman traditions, and a little Mesopotamian and the ancient Egypt, but mostly from the Greeks and the Romans. Most of the Ashkenazi Jews who founded and still run the majority of the Hollywood industry are not tied to any traditional religions. So how can I say it? So they have established their own religion, so to speak, Hollywoodism, based on enlightenment and illumination of the spirit light. And that's why you always see, illumination, light and shadow, because that's what it's all about in Hollywood, light and shadows. And the light is the good spirit, and the shadows is the material mind, and the bad aspect of humankind. So that was some basic. And symbolism in Hollywoodism is closely related with Masonic symbolism, which is the main reason for the conspiracies. You know, the Masons, the Freemasons, have a big, influence in everything happening in the America, especially their architecture of Washington, for example, but also in Hollywood, because they are very close to each other. So and the Scottish Rite Masonry is very tight, very close related to the Ashkenazi Jews. They use much of the same symbolics, and the Ashkenazi Jews, is the majority player in Hollywood, and they influence, all the stars and to and their videos and their songs and the lyrics and everything. But you can go see that in my Hollywood introduction. So back to the symbol here. And those conspiracies, they are made namely by those who are catched in religious dogmas and do not understand the symbolism outside their own doctrine. So if you are, a very, how can I express it? If you are very, very deep into Christianity, for example, then it's just everything outside the Bible is just the work of the devil. But it's the Bible, the symbolism also origin somewhere, and actually the symbolism used in Hollywood came before the Christianity, so it's very, very old. So it's neither the Christians or the Jews or anybody else's, or pagan inventions. It's before that. So, all right. And the devil isn't in the symbolism. It's in the ever demanding and devastating Hollywood industry, making the money machine growing, The people working there, are just like, do that or get fired, and they will do anything to get famous, and live the high life. Famous have a price. Don't, what do you say? Don't sell your soul to the devil. But many does that. But it has nothing to do with the symbolism, So this is not like the evil Illuminati symbol. All right. And most actors and singers have no clue of the origin of the symbolism or the pyramid or the eye or whatever. They just know it's spirit, and they see it as a good sign, as it is. And it's became a trend. I think it started in the 90s for real. And now it's spread to new actors. And, when a trend got a trend, it's a trend. And everybody does it for, many reasons. Some do it to provoke and some do it because they mean something good, and, it's fluffy. So, and when we're talking about the Illuminati, yes, many Hollywood actors and singers, and they actually got like an Illuminati because they are in a society. They are not necessarily, hooked up to any religion, but they worship spirit, and the symbol of spirit is, of course, the light, the manifested spirit light. And I'll show you in a second where this concept origin. However, most of the Hollywood symbolism was established with inspiration from the Milky Way Center by the Ashkenazis founding Hollywood. Yeah, they used the Milky Way Center as a great inspiration source for all their symbols and logos and concepts and everything they do in Hollywood, and still does today. So let's take a look at the Milky Way here. And remember, this is not the actors, doesn't know anything about this. This is me telling you the fundamental origin of the use of the triangle and eye. The hand gestures or gesture with the pyramid and the eye fundamentally origins from the Milky Way Center. You already know that. Let me get my pen here. But now let's find the eye in the triangle. Because the hand forming a pyramid is the dark shadow surrounding the Milky Way Center. And here we got, now I'll try to, this is the triangle in the Milky Way Center. This is also used by the ancient Egyptians as inspiration to build the pyramids. So it's that old. But we can also find the hand gestures, because many of the known gestures we do in modern time origins from the Milky Way Center. So now I'll try to make the hand gesture here. Here we got the thumb and one thumb. And how can I make it here? And then we got the hand here. And then we got like something like that. And then we got, the same on the opposite side. Look at the shadows here. I know it could be better. And of course the eye is the golden disk inside the Milky Way Center. So here you see the very origin of the pyramid eye gesture. And I can mute it here. And then we can also do it like this, because this is also the eye of Horus from Egypt, where everything comes from. And the eye is here, of course, in the Milky Way Center. So here you see their eye, and the pyramid is, of course, the outline here of the Milky Way, the black rock or the angle in the Milky Way. So here you got everything you need to know. And I can add up with a little extra bonus info here. Because the striped shadow here has always, since the dawn of symbolism, been a symbol of earth, the mortal world, or the flesh in the body, mortal flesh in the human being. And the spirit manifests in the disc light here. It's the same as Jesus, the light of the world. And it runs through this striped shadow here, and that's spirit, manifesting into man. So you can obtain wisdom and enlightenment, or illumination, as Hollywood like to express it. So nothing evil at all in the pyramid and eye hand gesture, for those who understand. All right, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video, hopefully. Until then, take care. See ya.